Welcome to Ngosi Talk Shows. Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Challenges we have had to overcome in 2020.
Find your own voice.
The world has become united by the unseen, knowing there are no guarantees for tomorrow.
Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Let the world hear your voice and be filled within.
For the day has come for you to be a great leader.
The time has come to break away from the pain, distraction, experience the unthinkable.
Welcome to Ngosi Talk Shows, everyone. And for those, if it is your first time here to Ngosi Talk Shows, welcome to our channel. And we talk about all different subjects from all walks of life. And we have different coaches. And so we basically talk about everything. And if you are looking to find your own voice and lead from within, this is the right place to be. And today with me, I have Claudia Pasa. Please, Claudia, introduce yourself to our audience.
Sure. Hello, good afternoon or good evening. Welcome to everyone. I'm Claudia Prischer, and I'm an intuitive energy healer and a love and a soulmate course. And when I saw that you posted this topic today, I really felt drawn to join you. Are you silent, Nomsa?
That's why I don't like to mute myself, because I always forget. So our topic today is having the courage to jump into the unknown in a relationship or in all walks of life. So are you someone who is in a relationship and you're stuck, you're scared of jumping to the other side? Or are you someone who is in a career and you don't really like to be there, but you're just there because you fear trying new things? Or are you someone who is stuck, basically, who knows that life has no guarantee? You have to make a move today in order for you to change your life, but you're scared. So that is the topic we're going to be talking about it today. And Claudia, I'm going to start with you. When you actually saw this topic, what was in your mind? Basically jumping into the unknown. And I know right now you're making a move. You met the love of your life. And everything has been going well. And now you guys are moving away. You both are leaving the houses that you know, and you are getting a house together. So please, what did you think when you basically saw this topic?
I mean, first of all, I was thinking of me back then still being the single person, and I wanted to go back dating, and then I wasn't sure of the unknown of being in a relationship again, like one part of me wanted it, and then obviously the other part of me was a bit fearful and a bit scared in regards to the unknown of what it actually meant to be again in a relationship after so many years. And the same as well, we can say, applies now too. So when I am in the relationship and then it's the next move or the next chapter within the relationship to go, yes, and to live together, I mean, I think you can relate to these things in certain areas in your life. I mean, I was actually tuning into me when something is unknown and you have to make a decision, and then you have as well the choice to do some actions towards it. And obviously we will always feel a bit like nervous or some kind of fear around something like this, going into the unknown, because we have our comfort zone. This is what we know, and this is where we feel comfortable, and everything outside as the unknown, something new, a new chapter, a new project, whatever it is. The relationship is like basically getting out of your comfort zone into the new thing, and we will always feel nervous and a bit, fearful about it as well, but in a nice way, because I don't think we can cut totally being fearless. It's part of our human experience. So this is something I realized, just to embrace it as well, just like the feelings coming up in regards to being, just like excited, maybe as well a bit nervous about it. Yes, to embrace it and just to go for it and to listen to my feeling, actually, so just like then tune into me. How does it feel? Does it feel expensive, big, as a good feeling, wide, or does it feel small and like tiny? So this is how I check if something is good for me to do and to go this way, or rather rethink something. What do you think, Domsa?
Thank you so much, Nadia. I think everyone basically, when they think of dating, for me basically there was no fear when I was stepping into dating, because I basically took a psychology degree, so it actually helped me a lot when I was studying psychology, and at the same time stepping into the unknown of dating. I find it very fascinating, because every time when I'll go to my assignment, it will be like I'll be reading to myself, and I'll be implementing whatever I'm reading. So I relate to you when you say basically when you started dating, there was a little bit of fear of stepping into the unknown and not knowing what is the outcome will be. So I think sometimes it is best to actually surrender to the higher power, and to actually step into the unknown and just experience, because we don't know what is actually behind the curtains. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. So I think sometimes it is best when it comes to relationship. There are some people who stay in a relationship, even if they're in an abusive relationship. And when you have a conversation with them, they'll be making actually an excuse. They'll be blaming themselves and saying, actually, I'm responsible for who he is or for what she is. So basically they're being abusive in the relationship, they're staying in an abusive relationship because that is the familiar for them. It is something that is familiar, and they don't want to start afresh. They don't want to start again. They are comfortable, so they will put up with everything. I've watched even on YouTube, the police, they were saying dealing with somebody who is in an abusive relationship is actually very, very difficult, because you can help that person. You even find them a place to stay, and then you hear that they've gone back to the person that is abusing them, and then when you talk to them, they're like, I think that is my fault, that I triggered his behavior. I always trigger his behavior. And I think sometimes it is best to actually step into the unknown, and knowing that life has no guarantees. And I love the way you took a step and you said, you know what, I'm looking for love, but I don't know what's behind there. I don't know what I'm going to find. And now you found this beautiful person that has a beautiful heart, and you connect with that person, and you are actually willing to say, we've known each other for a long time, and now we can actually experience life and then just move in and see how things go. And some people will not actually have that courage to actually start a new life and actually start new things, or even if they're in a job they don't like, they don't have that courage to say, you know what, I'm gonna step out, jump, and just start afresh and just see, because it's comfortable, is you're getting paid, you're having food, you can buy whatever you want, and just leaving that job and starting applying for a new one, they'll be like, I don't think I can do it. But if they can if they really wanted to, because basically we are meant to be who we want to be. We are meant to basically to the fear, like you were saying, that fear will always be here. Sometimes there are things that I actually want to do myself, and I make a decision, and sometimes I'll hear this voice saying, "No, you are not good enough." And then I just have to challenge myself. Or sometimes it's simple. I have my family, and when I actually speak to them and say, "Listen, guys, this is what I'm trying to do," and they'll be like, "Oh no, we don't think you can do that." And actually, I can, because I basically hold the key to move forward. I can ask to actually connect with the high power, with God, with the universe, for me to move forward. Is everything is basically as simple. If you want to walk by faith, not walking, have a hope in your life. Hope comes with action, hope by faith, and just have faith, just a leap of faith to say, I'm just going to step out and see what on the other side. It's scary. It sounds really, really scary, but it actually is not. It's beautiful. Once you experience it, it's cool. It's beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. But obviously, it takes a bit of looking back as well at one's own life, understanding as well that the things which happened to us happened actually for us. And once we look back and understand, okay, this and this happened, but just because now I can be here and be this kind of person, and understanding this has actually helped me to trust, as you say, to trust and to surrender and to have faith in the divine, in God as well, that we are being guided, like being guided all the time. So, and God and the divine is always the best intentions for us. So I have this as well in my mind. The thing is as well, in regards to me with the relationship back then, when I decided it's time again to do something about it and to go into dating, I put conscious action steps and thought into it. So I was sitting down, I was clear, or very much clear, in the person I would like to attract. So I took ownership. I took charge of my life, and this is as well something we can do all the time. Instead of being a bit like, yeah, just see how it goes, going with the flow. But actually, we have the power as well to take charge of our own life.
Yeah, that is so true, Claudia. We do have power to actually take charge, and you can't say I'm going with the flow. Yes, you can go with the flow. Going with the flow, it means I know what I want. I'm gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna see what's on the other side. And even though I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And it's just having that courage to actually know exactly like what you're saying, know exactly what you want. When it comes to relationship, you have to know what you want, what kind of a man you really, really want to attract. For me, it was very, very simple. I was like, I've made it clear to God. I was like, you know what, God, you know what I've been through. And you know the choices that I have made when it comes to relationship have not been uh, good. So I'm looking for somebody that basically my request was very simple. I'm looking for somebody that is gonna let me be. I do not want somebody who controls me, because I get frustrated when I'm around people that are control freaks. So I get really, because for me, basically, I believe that life is giving people freedom. And even with my friends, I have freedom with them. They have freedom in my life. If I can't see them, I understand that they're busy. Like, there's no like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So I was like, God, you know what I've been through, and you know where I'm going, you know what I'm looking for. And it was like, I need somebody that is going to complement my path, because I knew my path. I knew the path that I needed to take. And that path needed somebody that is going to be a cultivator, that is going to be an architect, that has brain, and not somebody that is going to basically pull me down. So I was like, you know what I've been through. And guess what? I got exactly what I wanted, the universe, or whatever your beliefs that might be. I got exactly what I wanted, and I was like, and God always knew that what I want. And this guy came into my life, and I don't date guys like that. Basically, that goes to the gym 7 days a week, and then I was like, there was something that I had to learn in that path when I said, okay, I didn't take him serious. I went out. I wasn't looking for love. I just went out for a night out, and his parents were there, and he was there. They were celebrating his mom's birthday, and it was like we were basically doing dance contest with me and him all night because he loves to dance. So I was like, you think you can dance? Let me show you what Africans can do. And it was like, let me show you what in Britain we can do. I was like, bring it on. So we danced all night, even the day when he introduced me with his mom. And his mom was like, I remember you. You were the girl that he was just looking at all night, dancing with all night. There's no way we can forget you. I was like, yeah, it's me. But at that moment, you know, when there's some people that they're looking for something, but it's like it becomes like an obsession. For me, it was like I'm open to anything. And I remember when we exchanged the numbers because he was celebrating his mom's birthday. He was so drunk, and we just swapped his number. I just took his number, laughing, honestly laughing. And then 2 weeks later, 1 week later, he called me, and I was like, "What took you so long to call me?" And he was like, "Never mind." So basically, I gave him the number, like saying he's not gonna remember me. He's just to get him off my back. But no, I didn't know that it was actually my destiny. So I just left it like that. And I think it's very, very important to actually know what you want in life, and know that whatever you want, having that courage to actually claim your destiny and claim the things that you want. And most of the time, I've seen people that they don't live the life that they want because they are scared of people, they are scared of offending people, and they are scared of like, how would my mom think if I do this? How would my sister think? My friends, I don't want to upset my friends. I don't have friends like that. My friends, we have boundaries. All my friends I am with, basically, they are bit bonkers anyway. They're not afraid to step into the unknown. Even at constant talk shows, all the speakers that are there, I think we basically support each other. And when somebody is doing something, we support each other. Like now you're moving and you're busy, and you'll be like, no, sir, I can't do the days. We do the night, we do the broadcasting in the evening, because we don't know why you can't make it, why you had to work. So we have to keep the show going. If you can make it, why not? So we keep it going. You might change us to the evening. I don't know. Maybe it's you that is changing the talk show to be better. So we don't know. So that's why I love to say yes to everything. The opportunity comes, I like to say yes if it makes sense. So in that way, and I watched you, Claudia, like when you are doing something, you don't talk about it, you manifest. And I remember when you were telling me that actually I've met the love of my life, and I was
Thank you.
yeah, you kept it quiet when you were looking.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. It's true, because of I met him like a year ago at this time, actually around Easter, and you did not know at the beginning. Obviously, it was the unknown, you know.
Yes. And I was like, you kept it quiet, young lady.
Yeah, it's true. Until I could see a few more things which didn't remind me of the previous dates in regards to the things I didn't actually want anymore. So, and as soon as I saw this could actually be something, and then I was going out and sharing it a bit more. So again, you know, it was something new, it was very unknown, and I don't know, I was just waiting for some signs that it could, that this actually, it could be something different than I had in the past, you know. So yeah. Yeah. And something as well, what you just said, I really liked a lot. It just stood out. You are afraid of something or you fear something and then you do it anyway. I
Yeah.
love it, you know. I love when people say this, and actually as well, I love when people say they try to put them so and so often during the week into a fearful, new, unexpected situation. I just love it. I'm getting always goosebumps when people say such things, and how brave it is and courageous. And actually, as well, these people understand that this is where growth happens, yeah, when they do this to them, yeah, putting them into something new, unknown, whatever it is, you know, yeah. I always get excited when people, and I get inspired as well, you know, to do such things as well, because this is when we learn, yeah. Mm.
Right. And also, when you're making decisions, you're not alone. Whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, whatever you believe in, you're never alone. And there's always some guidance, but sometimes we don't know it. There's always guidance with whatever the decision. It's like when I stepped into starting my business, I didn't know what it was going to be, and I didn't know where it's going to take me. And there's been so many challenges along the way. And through those challenges, that's where I've learned how to run a business. Where if you ask me something that just I got a breakthrough just like that, I wouldn't be able to explain it to you how to do it. But where I have had to stop and sort out the challenges is where that's where my mind is, because I had to go through the process of learning. I had to go through the process of knowing how to fix something when it's broken. And I had to go through the process of taking action and not giving up. I had to go through the process of falling. And when I fall, and then I pick myself up, not expecting somebody else to pick up the pieces. And when I fall, I just cry out and say, you know what? And I remember when I started the business, and I'll get in touch with other matchmakers, and they'll have a look at my business. They say, "Oh, this one is a newbie," and basically they'll be like, "Okay, now." Um, but now that I've built my business and I know where I'm going, and the other day, actually, I think it was a month ago, I got an approach from dating thing association, and they were like, "We like your brand, so would like to come and be part of it." So basically, they were watching me behind my back, basically what I'm doing. So they were like, "We like what you do, and we would like you to be part of our association, because we basically work with a reliable dating agency, and we want you to be part of it." And so I was like, okay. And this guy, and he was like pushing me, because he was like, when I first contacted them, I was a new beginner and they didn't want to know. So I didn't give up. And I didn't chase them. I just left them behind. But then they came back for me. They are the ones that came back looking for me now. And they were like, and when it was a few days ago, we're doing the process of me going to their website and everything like that. So I was like, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, now I can go global, basically. And she was telling me that now you can do this, now you can do this, because you are in this stage with your company. So I was like, okay, it sounds good, but it has not come easy. I would have, if I wasn't someone who basically don't like to say no. I don't. When I fall, basically, I'm saying yes. The more I fall, the more I say yes. I wouldn't be here. My company wouldn't be here. And I was actually laughing at myself, and I was like, "This is actually. It shows what life is. Life is." It has so many surprises, beautiful surprises, and some other things. And I was like, this is amazing. And if somebody can meet me right now where I am today, and they'll be like asking me some questions, and I'll be looking back and I'll be like, you want to start a business, number one, you have to be somebody who don't know, who doesn't quit. Honestly, you have to be somebody that does not quit. Because if you are somebody who says, I give up, basically you wouldn't last for 3 years or 4 years. And that's why they say some businesses don't last after 2 years, they're gone. So if I wasn't somebody, and also the networking as well is very, very important to actually, when you want to date, it's very, very, very important to have a good tribe, because that tribe is going to help you to become, because when you are dating, there'll be times where you give up. There's a woman that I met. She said to me, she went on dating sites. She met 100 men on dates. 100. She was counting 99.
Gosh, 100.
But she hasn't given up.
Okay,
Honestly,
yes,
she
yes,
hasn't
yes.
given up. She's still going. And she even signed up with my agents, and I was like, this is amazing. And she was like, no, sir, I know exactly what I want. But the guys that I meet, they're not really. And I was like, sometimes she's picky because she looks at the hands of men as well, how the hands are like and stuff. So I was like, maybe we need to divorce the picky business. So, but it's just knowing the things that you want in life and going for what you want, Claudia, and not being able to give up. Like when you basically decided you're going to work more, and you were like, no, sir, saying your stuff, no, sir, I'm busy in the day now. So can we do the broadcasting in the evening? And I was like, yeah, sure. But then if you were somebody, you'll be like, okay, I can't do this anymore in the day. So no, sir, I can't do it in the day. Bye-bye. So you wouldn't be able to basically ask and say, because if you don't ask, you wouldn't know the outcome. So always ask and always go for what you want. If it doesn't matter how many men you've gone through, or how many women you've gone through, but there's always that person that you're gonna get along. And Claudia, I know when I'm talking about this, you're smiling. I love to hear why you're smiling.
No, it's true, because obviously it is as well important what type of beliefs we have in regards to dating. Yeah. If you have the belief that all good men are taken, and this is a common belief, right? I hear this around from other women mentioning, if you ask them, why are they single? Are they doing something about it? And when you actually ask them, they come up with all their beliefs in regards to dating. And then you can already tell, with this type of beliefs, it's difficult as well to attract someone if you have it. But I was always as well like you. I always had the belief as well, yes, there is someone as well out there for me, Yeah, absolutely. You just have to go through a bit, just like I had to meet as well some experiences just to see as well what it is I don't want, so that I understood with the next round to be a bit more selective and seeing as well what it is I do want in the man. And this is why it's not a failure as well, You did say as well earlier in regards to you and your business, and then you fall and you pick yourself up. Absolutely. We do this as well with little kids. When they start to learn walking and they fall down, we don't say to them, failure, that's a mistake, what are you doing? No, we cheer them up and they get up again, and then they continue walking and we celebrate them, So it's just like, but down the line, something in school happened as well, where kids get the belief in regards to that's a mistake and that's a mistake. And, it's like what you said, yeah? You fall down, you pick yourself up, and it is just a learning rather than a mistake, yeah? You just get this and you learn about the challenge, and then you move on again, You pick yourself up and you go ahead and you apply, ideally as well, you apply what it is you learned. That's important as well, that you apply always and don't repeat it too, because that's the point of learnings, yeah? No, but I really, it's just really dating and the unknown, what shall I say as well? I mean, the thing is as well, how badly do you really want it, Yeah, how badly do you really want to be in a relationship? Because I've been single for, I don't know, 7, 8 years or something. But I had as well a job which was very demanding, and I was traveling a lot, so it didn't really fit into my schedule back then. So I didn't really want to be in a relationship. And then as well, you get a bit to the point where you live by yourself and you enjoy your own comfort. And so you can as well drift a bit away of it. And then maybe you do want to be again in a relationship, but it's not like that urgent or important to you, you know. So that's as well always a good a question in regards to business or relationship, whatever it is. How badly do you really want it, you know? Yeah. And if it's really strong feeling and the desire as well, and this is where you go out there and you can expect miracles then, right? Yeah. If you really do it with your heart. Yeah.
Yeah,
Best
that is so
intention.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. Everything you
Mm.
do is got to come from the heart, and there's you have to divorce a room of I can't, because the moment you make a decision of wanting to do something,
Yeah.
you have to commit. You have to
Yeah.
you have to understand that through darkness there is a light. So you have to be able someone that is claiming that light. And I know there are some people that might be watching and say, but it's not easy. I've been in this relationship for a very long time. There are some people who are in a relationship, like on LinkedIn, I'm a matchmaker. I talk to people, and somebody will be like, "You're beautiful," and I'll be like, "Yeah, okay." And they'll be like, "I'm in a relationship, and but I'm looking for somebody else." I'm like, just get out of that relationship first, and then look for someone else. And then I have to explain to them that when you are in a relationship, if things are not working, don't create more problems, because when somebody else finds out that you are in a relationship and cheating with them, and even yourself as well, cheating yourself, and you just have to make sure that you are being honest with yourself, because I can't have a relationship with someone based on my children. My children are part of that relationship. And if my relationship is not working, my children will know. So I always wonder why people say we're gonna divorce when children are older, because my children, they know what's going on. And even in the house, Claudia, when we are talking, when we are smiling, when we are arguing, they know what's going on. So I can imagine that if I was to say I'm gonna have a relationship based on my children, that would destroy my children a lot, because I wouldn't be solving problems. I'll be creating problems for my children. So for me, basically, it's like if you want to do something, you want to have that relationship, you want to start a business, or you want to get that promotion, just go for it. Go for it. I basically applied. Because I've been working on my business actually for a very long time. So I was like, let me apply for as a director, somebody else, and see if they're gonna take me serious. Uh, just a remote job, just to see whether somebody's gonna take my CV very serious. And so I did get a job. I think it was 100 grand or 100 and something grand per year. And but the mistake that the guy did was I applied as a test, but then I kept praying and said, God, I don't want these people to think I'm wasting their time. So how do I get out of this situation? And the guy, he wasn't replying my email, so I had to use that and say, listen, if I'm gonna work with you, you're gonna have to be really somebody serious, because if you email me today, if I don't reply to you straight away, I'm going to reply to you by the end of the day. And you take days, 5 days to reply to my email. That means it's not really serious. And when I was talking to him deep, then I realized that actually I'm going to be frustrated, even if the job is going to bring fun into my life, or even if I'm going to have fun, it's just having to do. It's the job that I can do at home in my spare time. So I was like, it sounds exciting, but not for me. So that was me testing myself and testing my skills, what I know, and having somebody, it's naughty, having somebody sit there asking me questions, because normally I sit here asking people questions. Why do you want the job? Why do you want this? So then I was like, I'm sitting there and having to explain to somebody. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to apply anymore, but now I've tested my skills. No, I know I'm good to go. So then I saw another job the other day. It's a vice president for 1 million. So then I applied for it. And then they were like, reply to me, unfortunately, we cannot move further with your service. So I was like, you know what? I'm good to go, because I'm actually testing my skills. So I knew that. I was like, okay, I'm testing my skills. So then, because when I'm bored, I just do something instead of playing or do something, I just do something. So I was like, I'm testing my skills. So now I know that these are the skills that I have. So I left it alone. So I know that if anything is, the reason why I apply for a job basically is because I'm having a coach that can help me to divorce my business, get somebody to run my business while I'm thinking of creating something else. Because if I'm clinging on to the business, I'm still working for somebody. Basically, if the business is not running without me. So I'm trying to move away a little bit, and it's so painful when you are used to making decisions each and every day. And I'm in a stage where I feel I've built my brand, and now I can leave somebody running the business without me being there. Or if I have to be there, I have to interview people. I'm in a stage where I'm thinking that way. So I'm finding some ways, because when let's say like you are a coach, Claudia, if you want to try something else, you need to move away from what you're doing. You've created that. And then if you want to create something else like a coaching, and you want to build the coaching business further, then you need to step aside and somebody else make a decision every day. Then you approve those decisions. So that's what I was trying to do. But I was like, this is a hard work for not having to take control. It is a hard work. But yeah, I have to do it anyway. So that's why I'm realizing that I have to let somebody run the business if I want to build more things like that.
Yeah, because we have as well, like sometimes a few, how can we say, like life's purpose in regards to the work we are supposed to be doing here. So on some level, we can start with something, but then we have learned everything, and then we are ready as well for the next life's purpose in regards to being of service and being here to show and to teach others as well. I've seen this quite a lot. So it's good as well if you can feel it, that it's time to, that your soul or your heart is, is guiding you to the next thing. Absolutely. It makes total sense. I've seen this a lot, and I'm sure as well it's going to happen as well for me. You know, to be the coach at some stage like this in my life, but like in the future, I can feel as well something else is going to come up in regards to being a teacher or showing the people as well how to be. So this is actually as well something, again, not the unknown, you know, in the job section as well, and the life's purpose. But again, here we can feel as well if we are drawn to something, if the heart is not so much anymore into the current thing we are doing, just like it feels a bit half-hearted at some point, we can feel it. Yeah, and then it's the question as well, just to ask, okay, what next, you know? So don't be afraid as well to, when you are in the job and you feel, and we do feel unfulfilled at some point. We've all been through this, right? It's a feeling, and we can just tell, you know, and then again, and it's fine, you know. We don't have to be in the same, you know, job all our lifetime in the same career, you know. So just like when the feeling comes up a bit, just like ask, okay, so what's next up for me, or what is the thing I would like to be doing now, where I feel like most fulfilled and I can help others, yeah. And then you be shown and guided as well. Yeah, a bit like
Yeah.
what's happening for you right now.
Yeah, it's actually amazing because when I look at what I do, I'm like, I need to build more and I need to find, when you look at people that have made it in their businesses, and so I was like, I need to be creative. But for me, in order for me to be creative, I have to step aside. When I step aside and just watch somebody like taking control or managing the company, that's when I'm able to see how I can develop the business. And I feel that I need to take my business global. But if I want to take my business global, I'm gonna need to learn more things. So that was me wanting to basically to learn more and do more things. And I was like, I'm not afraid to actually take to jump. I'm not afraid to go into the unknown because I trust. And I trust my belief, which is I trust God. And because there's so many things that I wanted to do in life. And there was part of me that had fear, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Even though, like, coming to the UK, for me, there was a fear, like, I don't know anyone in the UK. How am I going to live? Or how am I going to survive? But I came here, made friends, and left my family behind. And so, but I feel that I can't locate to another country. This is my home now, but I can travel to somebody else's country and do the work and then come back home. So I'm cool with that. Unless if I find something that is so beautiful that I cannot resist. So maybe then, but for now, I'm in the UK and so let's see what happens. And sometimes you have to trust your thoughts as well, the positive one, the good ones. Trust your inner thoughts, and by trusting, basically you trust the universe and you trust God, whatever your beliefs might be, acknowledging that there's more wisdom in whatever decision and where you're going. The wisdom comes with a harmony. If you are in a harmony with whatever the decision you are taking, so you'll be able to get to where you need to go. It's not going to be a straightforward, like, path is never straight, but eventually you get there. There's no ending in the path. You keep growing. It's like when it comes to relationship. When it comes to relationship, when you enter a relationship, you grow in that relationship. You walk that path and then you grow in it. You don't, if you find a relationship that when you get into it and there's a strain, that means there is something wrong with it. So you have to enter a relationship and grow and allow yourself to receive blessings as well. Because when you say, I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to do this, you are asking for blessings. So you can't say, actually, I'm not good enough. You can, it's like now, if you wanted to learn something, YouTube has everything for free. Social media has everything for free. Goes to talk shows, there's everything for free. And there are other channels as well, people that are broadcasting good channels. There's everything for free. So you cannot say, you know what, universe, I don't even know where to begin. You know where to begin by learning the subject, or if it's love that you want, go learn about love. Give yourself some knowledge and then create your character. And just be the person that you want to be. You can't make an excuse and say, I can't do this. You can. You just have to give it a time, the energy, put some energy to it.
Absolutely. And for you as well, I can feel, Nomsa, that your next dharma or life's purpose is to serve more people, Yeah? So you started this and now you're feeling drawn as well, like even bigger globally, yeah? This is for you to be shown more people as well, Yeah? Absolutely. And yeah, and you can see as well how it's already working as well with you, how this is something you have signed up before, you know, to be doing in this lifetime as well. And you can already see if you're in tune as well with you, your heart and your soul and your intuition. You already get the insights and the ideas and the feelings as well, where you are drawn to. I can see this beautifully happening and manifesting as well right now. And when you accept this as well, the next step, and then you decide as well, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to do this again. God and the universe just supports you. Yeah. So well done. Huh?
I know
Well
God,
done.
I know
Yeah.
God loves me, Claudia. If he didn't, I would not be here. So I know basically he loves me because I scream when I see his love. I scream his love. I glorify his love, and it's so nice to actually see where you've been and where you're going, and basically and how you respond to life as well is very, very important. And when you respond with in a harmony with whatever you want to do, is it that response becomes a blessing. And sometimes there are things that we do, and sometimes we don't see the results. We do things, we don't see the results. And when you don't see the results, you are like, I need to stop because I don't see what is happening. But then behind the curtains, good things are being prepared. And so it's very, very, very important to not to give up when you're doing something. Complete for me, basically, I've made like a decision that I need to complete a task. Whatever task I say I'm gonna do, I need to complete it. If I don't get the results that I want, but as long I know that I have completed that task, and I'm gonna go right in my heart, a signature of I'm grateful that I had the courage to actually do this. It's not about the results, because some people, that's why if you are somebody that wants good results all the time, you end up not celebrating your decisions. You end up not celebrating those small wins or whatever, completing the task. But if you are somebody who celebrates the move, like taking action, then when you celebrate your taking action, you'll be able to have the courage to celebrate the results. So I do that, and sometimes I look up and I say, God, I don't know how much, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is I'm never going to stop taking action. I'm never going to stop becoming the person that I want to be. And I'm not going to stop having the courage to actually say no to the things that I don't want to do, or sometimes, or say yes to the things that will take my life to the next level. And sometimes I say yes. And sometimes I wonder, why did I say yes to this thing? And I say yes in the dark, and then it becomes a light. Sometimes people say you have to say yes, but every business person anyway, they say yes to something that they haven't got a clue how they're gonna take it further. So I always say yes to things, and I'm like, God, help me. How do I guide me? How do I go from here? And I find myself finding that courage to find the solution of moving on and completing the task and getting the results. Sometimes I don't get the results that I want, and I'm like, I still celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. It's important as well to celebrate our wins and everything on the way. And we forget this, right?
Yeah.
Thereby, we are so often harsh on ourselves and like, why didn't I do this better and everything? But no, that's wrong, you know, just like we have to understand as well, it's important to be kind to us and gentle and celebrate, you know, celebrate our wins on the way, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yes, yes. Oh, you're silent again, Namsa.
Have a framework of you have to, whatever you want to do, you have to look at the framework where you are operating from. And sometimes we do things from that we inherited from our parents, and we end up making mistakes because that was not our identity, is our parents' identity. So you have to, whatever, when you're making a decision or wherever, when it comes to relationship, look at the framework of where are you operating from, and hold the, if it is a man that you're looking for, if it is a woman that you're looking for, you have to have the facts. What are you gonna do? It's easy to find a man. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yes,
easy
yes,
to find
yes,
any woman.
yes, yes.
But holding on to that person is not easy. So
That's
you
true.
have to learn, basically have the knowledge of relationships, how relationship works. You need that little knowledge of what am I going to do. This man that I say, this is what I desire. You know, we write the list.
Yes, yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
Women, they write a list,
No, no.
men write a list,
Yes,
and we
yes,
manifest. But
yes.
what am I going to do with this thing once I've got it? So you have to have a framework of what you are going to do and look after this thing, that when you catch the fish, what are you going to do? You're going to eat it, you're going to cherish
Yes,
it, you're
yes.
going to tell the fish how yummy it is. And so that's what you need to do. Just have a framework of how you're going to move forward with that relationship.
But the thing is as well, when we talk about the unknown and a bit not sure about it as well. For example, as well, relationships, you know, I like as well to sit down sometimes, and if I feel a bit like resistance, for example, here, and then I would sit down as well and ask myself, what would happen if I am in that relationship? Yeah, just asking good questions. Because when you do this and already listen or hear your inner voice and the story, the programs you're running, the beliefs and everything, yeah? So, or why would I not want to be in that relationship, you know? Yeah, it's just like, again, good questions. And then you can already tell it's starting as well, you know? Everything is coming up. A bit of fear and the programs, beliefs, old relationships as well, and just like as well write it all down, because then you can actually see on paper what it is you are still a bit afraid of, and it needs a bit of work in regards to understanding, letting go, and so on. Does it make sense? Yeah,
It does.
yes,
It does.
yeah. So
Letting go of bad habit, and also, you know, like we are coaches as well. It's easy for being a coach to have a broken relationship, and that's why you find that when you learn a lot as a coach, you'll be like, you get comfortable. So for me, I love to go and watch people that they do what I do, so I can listen as an audience, no as a coach. And when I go there, I don't want to be treated as a coach. I just want to take notes and learn. And when I learn, I know that if I practice what I'm learning from that person, like let's say a relationship coach, last week I went to a relationship event. It was really nice just to sit there, Claudia, not teaching everyone about relationship, but just writing notes and listening to the audience, just talk about their journey, the darkness, the light, and it was nice. And for me, learning from people as well, because you learn things from people who have gone through those challenges as well. And it was so nice that when you actually learn from somebody else and you come home and you're stepping into the unknown, and the business, like myself, be a matchmaker, and having to basically be a mom at home with my children and their father. And it does help a lot. So I don't sit down and say, I'm a coach, I know everything. So for me, basically, it's not, when somebody talks about relationship, it's all about, I get excited because somebody else is talking about relationship. It's not me. So when I actually hear that, I get excited. I don't say, I know. I'm like, okay. So when I went there and she was talking, I was an audience, I wasn't a coach. And I got excited because it is nice when somebody is actually teaching you the unknown and then you're listening from the other person from the other side and you're like, okay, I need to make some improvement in my own relationship. And when you make some improvement in your own relationship, and then you are able to teach somebody else in a relationship. And I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is as well that you and me, you know, we will, I mean, I say about me, I don't expect to be perfect in regards to relationships and the knowing and coaching and everything. I don't, I take the pressure off me, I don't want it to be perfect, but I just have to be like a few steps ahead from my clients,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I've got something to share and to show them, and that is enough,
Yeah.
at this stage. Absolutely, because in the end as well, it's not about us, Nomsa. I understood this as well, because at the beginning as well, when I started this coaching, obviously you go through the beliefs in regards to I'm not good enough, I don't think I can do it, I don't want to be visible, all the stories, but like down the line, you feel more confident in everything. And then I understand as well, it's not about me, it's about them, So my job is to show up and to serve. Yeah. And just to understand it's not about me, it's about the clients, or the audience as well, show up and serve. Yeah.
Yeah, show up for them and serve them.
Yes.
It is so
Show up
beautiful.
and it
Any words
is.
of encouragement, Claudia, for anyone who will be watching right now?
Let me just see. In regards to encouragement,
Yeah.
no, the thing is as well, if we feel drawn to something particular in our life, a new situation, something we want to change as well about our life, this is already a sign within us, that it's the right thing. So don't, try not to suppress it or to silence it. Listen to it and see what this voice is going to show you about the relationship, about the job, no matter what it is, as the unknown new direction in your life. And just like listen to it, because I think there's some truth in it, Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Claudia. For
So,
me, basically, trust your inner being and the
yeah.
source of your guidance. When you make a decision, just put it all in
Yeah.
and trust your guidance. The source
Yes.
that brings guidance to you, just trust it and know that everything is going to be okay. Regardless of how things go, you end up being okay. You
Yes. Yes.
won't be okay
Yes.
if you allow yourself to be okay. But in
Yes.
the end,
Yes.
everything will be okay. So we are here to go
Yeah.
to talk shows the Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. Please follow us on our social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please, if you want to get in touch with any of our coaches, please get in touch with through our page or my website, and just request who you want to work with, and we'll connect you with that person, or basically we'll help you find your own voice and lead from within. And if you are looking for love, please come and join my agency. We'll help you actually find that love that you're looking for. And I don't make promises. You call the shots, because I don't go on dates. I met you. You make things happen. You select. So you have that choice. If you have the courage to go on that date, choose the man that you want, choose the woman that you want, we're good to go. We get the results. That's all we do.
Yeah.
So live with grace, everyone, and God bless you.